Fitness Club, what is going on? We are here. It is the Saturday Community Live. All right. And we're finishing off our series on why your weight loss tactics are failing. There's four main reasons why your weight loss tactics are failing. Four main reasons. We went over the mindset because that's where it really begins. If you have a daily versus a weekly mindset, you're worried about what's going on in the right now today, rather than looking at it over what my body of work looks like over the course of 7 days, you're probably going to fail in weight loss tactics. Calorie deficit, if that's the one you're trying with that kind of mindset, it's not going to work, my friend. It's not going to work. We're looking at averages over the course of 7 days, right? 2, digestive, absorption, utilization, elimination. What are those? Those are the 4 stages of eating. There's 4 stages to eating. It's not just about chewing it up and pulling it out. There's a lot that goes on before that. And if you have an issue in any one of these stages, it's going to snowball into the next stage. 3, mitochondria compromise. If your mitochondria are compromised, if your body is in a state of mitochondrial collapse, calorie deficit definitely not going to work for you. Normal life in general is not going to work for you. If you have mitochondrial collapse, if you don't already have a metabolic disorder, you absolutely will develop one shortly thereafter. This one is really the worst thing that could happen as far as metabolic dysfunction is that one right there. No effective exercise routine. That's what we're going to discuss today. If you have no effective exercise routine, not only will your calorie deficit fail and become unsustainable, you aren't actually moving towards fitness at all. You're strictly moving towards weight loss, and that's it. You're not moving towards healthy. You're not moving towards fit. You're just accomplishing one very small goal that really, in the grand scheme of things, has nothing to do with health and fitness. So we're going to talk about it because fitness, as I define it, it's 2 very simple things. It's your relationship with food and movement. That's it. That's fitness in a nutshell. If you optimize those relationships, you're going to become a fit person, a highly fit person. So I have my board here. I'm going to probably keep it here. This is comfortable for me. And when we think of fitness, like I said, food and exercise, we're really talking about the food up until now. Now we have to talk about exercise. If we're talking about calorie deficit, weight loss tactics, all those things, all of it will fail if you don't understand first that fitness is really about your relationship with 2 things, food and movement. Now let's move on. When you think about movement, exercise, working out, there's 2 primary adaptations that we're looking to achieve. If your exercise does not achieve these 2 things, your exercise is worthless. I just state it like that. If your exercise is just about, I need to get some big muscles and get shredded, and that is what your exercise is geared towards, your exercise is worthless. Okay? Because nothing will be sustainable there. Even if you get your gains, you ain't gonna keep it without these 2 things. All right? These 2 primary adaptations are focused on supercharging your metabolism. Okay? The first adaptation that our exercise must achieve for us is cardiovascular efficiency, super efficiency even, ultra efficiency. Cardiovascular efficiency, what is that? It is your ability to sequester oxygen from the air and deliver it to your cells so that they can make cellular energy, which is ATP. The body takes the fuel that you give it, which is the food, and it takes it and breaks it down into sugar or fat. Don't overcomplicate it. It's only those 2 things. With that sugar and fat and the presence of oxygen, the body can actually manufacture cellular energy, the ATP, right? Adenosine triphosphate. That means to say your ability to create energy is fully dependent on your ability to pull oxygen from the air. A fire cannot burn without oxygen. So it doesn't matter the quality of the proteins and the fats and the carbs, the macros. That stuff don't matter if we can't breathe. You understand? If the lungs and the heart and the blood and the vascular system are in disrepair, if they're not in good condition, your fitness game is weak. It don't matter how skinny you are and how big your muscles are. Your fitness game is weak if you don't have that one. That one leads us into our next one, which is metabolic flexibility. Once you achieve cardiovascular efficiency, then you can build metabolic flexibility. What is metabolic flexibility? Humongous at if your fitness routine isn't helping you get these things, your fitness routine is garbage, straight up. No matter how nice the exercise is, the movement, the weight it don't matter if you don't got these two things, because these are the two things that will solidify your foundation and guarantee that you are going to be a fit person if you keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be in the best shape of your life with these two adaptations. Metabolic flexibility is the body's ability to move from between different fuel sources without grinding the gears. You know what I'm saying? What are the gears? The body burns sugar and fat in the presence of oxygen for fuel. There's levels to it. It always starts with the sugar and ends with the fat. Okay, so you got to go through the gears. You got to go through the levels to get to that fat burn. All right. Before you get to the fat burn, you might burn out and end up creating energy, but in a glycotic state, creating the waste, the lactic acid. We want our metabolism to be oxidative. You know what I'm saying? When you can burn as much fat as you need to meet the demand, you can burn as much oxygen or sugar as you need to meet the current energy demand. Or if we really got to kick it and go make some of that short energy that costs us a little bit, but we can make it right now. Like we got to go sprint out the door. What are you going to do? You're going to activate those fast twitch fibers that are pulling. That's you're making energy without the presence of oxygen, anaerobic. All right. If that's how your metabolism is moving on the regular, you're shot, man. That is this right here, mitochondria compromise. The exercise builds metabolic flexibility because it takes that muscle. We're not just building more muscle, we're maturing the muscle. And what I mean by when I say that, the muscle is where the energy is made because the muscle contains the mitochondria. The mitochondria is producing the ATP. So my mitochondria is looking different than your mitochondria. One, because I have more mitochondria in my muscles. I have more muscles. I got more mitochondria in my muscles, and my mitochondria are more dense, which means they're able to create more with less. You know what I'm saying? I got some powerhouses. I can go all day. I'm Energizer Bunny, all right? Some people, they're going to run out of gas real soon. They're not going to be able to restart till tomorrow. What is that? Is that because I have more muscles and I have more mature muscle that are able to take whatever the fuel is? If we got to go pull some fat out of storage because we ran out of blood sugar and muscle sugar, we got to go pull some fat out of storage for energy? No problem. That's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Sugar, fat, and lactate, whatever the energy demand of the time requires, I can move between it. And if I don't eat, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get the jitters. I'm not going to get a headache. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to feel sleepy, irritated. I'm fine. I made the switch. I didn't eat anything yet. Today's 12:30. I'm not hungry. I'm not starving. I'm not hurt. Metabolic flexibility. Get it? If you don't have an effective exercise routine, my friends, your calorie deficit is going to fail. And any other tactic for weight loss that you try is going to fail. Exercise and food, diet, nutrition, movement. All right. Food and movement. That's real fitness. All right. That's the end of the series here, guys. I know that this one, what we started talking about, metabolic flexibility, adaptations, mitochondria, ATP, all of those things might have been a little bit heavy topics, but it's very simple. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to worry about the science part of it because it doesn't, knowing is not when you know something, then you do better. But if you don't know how to do, it doesn't matter what you know. But if you know what to do, then it don't matter what you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know what to do and you do it, you're going to accomplish the same results of the person that actually understands what the doing is doing for you. You know what I'm saying? You need a good teacher. If you have a good teacher, a good coach, a good trainer that can create a regiment for you that is first going to accomplish those two things before weight loss and building muscle and getting the macros right. Man, listen, you got to know what to do. Got to know what to do. It's not about the head knowledge, right? So I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. We got into adaptations. And I think that is going to be the next series topic is what are all of the adaptations that the body goes through when we exercise and when we practice intermittent fasting and when we consistently eat nourishing food. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole host of things that's going down in the body that you're going to start to understand. It's not just about building muscle and losing weight. It's about maturing the body, making it more efficient, optimizing it on a cellular level, on the changing your DNA. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Oh, I got good genes." How did you get those good genes? You have to build those genes day by day. Genetic expression is twofold. It's where you came from and it's where you are. And the gene is expressed by what was built before by our ancestors and what we're actually doing day to day in our environment. All right. Everything that you're doing is changing your DNA in real time. I hope you know that. Food and exercise is absolutely changing your DNA. You're building good DNA, and you might not feel the benefit just yet, or the full benefit just right now because you're dealing with some things, but you can fix those things, and you can set the next generation up for that good DNA life. All right, it's all about what you're doing right now. All right, I'm not going to drag this live on any longer. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. And you see, I figured out how to fill out the screen, how to actually make this a landscape image. We're sticking to this every week and we're getting better at it every day that we do it. And I just appreciate you guys for listening in and see you again next time. All right, Fitness Club. Peace.